Everybody, welcome back to Cids Modded Life, Season 3, Episode 77. And last episode we did a little bit of decorating. We finished off working over at the... I really do need to just use the... How did you get in here? Weird. Oh well. Don't look a gift slime in the mouth. Just try not to kill the fishes. No drops. Okay. Right, let us try and just have a look what's going on here. It is the morning. The sun is rising. There are probably one or two visitors in the area. Like, sorry chicken, was aiming for the zombie. Oh man, just aim. Lead your shots. Come on, you know how to do this. Anything else hiding around here that wants to make my life miserable before I swoop him? So we built up the area around the Nether portal, and we built this this thing here. Now, one thing I did realise that I'd done wrong was this. These are supposed to be the teeth that mesh with that side. So what we should have done is that, and then you get kind of that as if it was a crack that's opened. And we got this. It's all nice. We got a little bit of lava bubbling away. We got a nice Nether portal, a few Nether ores, and you know, it's a cave with the Nether protruding or coming into the world. And my plan was to go in there and start building something in the Nether. However, we have the same curse of the same Nether. It is crashing on me. I don't know why it's crashing on me. I can't really see much in the logs to suggest why it's crashing on me. So there are certain things you need from the Nether. Obviously, you know, gas tiers are useful. I have 15. I probably will never use a huge amount of regen tiers, so that's not a thing. But blaze, now blaze powder and blaze rods. Well, blaze powder gets used, or blaze rods get used to make those, and we use blaze rods for quite a few bits and pieces from different mods. Is, you know, there's a selection of items which use blaze rods. And of course, you know, just for good measure, there's a selection of items that use blaze powder to make them, and we are probably, maybe won't, who knows, but at some point we maybe will want an Infernium pickaxe, or, you know, a strong energy drink, or a blaze gold ingot, you know, whatever it may be. So that leaves me with a problem. And of course there is another mob in the Nether that is very useful, and that is of course the wither skeleton for these things, because when we want these things, we want to get Nether stars, and I'm fairly certain that no matter what I do, even if I were to come up with is there a Nether star seed? I don't think there is another star seed. I think this is it. We're not getting a Nether. There's a Nether star essence, and that can be used to make Nether star. Okay, so there is a Nether star essence, which we can make a Nether star seed with a Nether star and some insanium and all of that stuff. So, well, that still involves me getting, well, let's face facts, that's going to be 3, 6, 9, 12 wither skulls, and I think the number of wither skulls I have is 2. So I'm not going to get them any day soon. And in terms of Nether stars, I have none. So I'm kind of faced with the prospect that I do need to get the relevant stuff to make the seeds to put in here. I've got a few spaces left. We've got storage, and we really do need to think about that now. I've got the flight suit, so that makes life a little bit easier, but it basically means that we are going to need some soul vials for starters, and we're going to need 8 of them. Now, what we got? Mystical bag. That's as good a place as any to stash the spare ones. I'm fairly certain that I don't need to use a Solium dagger to kill. I think I can fill a bag like that, but we are going to have to go into the Nether. We're going to have to put up with crashes. I'm going to have to restart several times. If I'm unlucky, did I? Sound like someone tapping at my door. Bear back in a second. Oh, I think somebody's actually gone to get it. I've not got anything in order, so anyway, another portal. Oh crap. Did I? Wow, I actually managed to teleport. Oh, I don't want to kill that ghast. Not while I've got a soul vial in my mitts. Right, we need to go over to this Nether fortress and see if we can't kill a few blazers to start off with. And then once we've got the blazers out of the way, let me get rid of that because it'll be a pain. Well, we'll see if this works for starters. And if I can not crash for a while, that would be really useful. Actually, what would also be useful is having a safety rail to stop any wandering Nether skeleton, withers skeletons. Come on. Didn't get any. Maybe I do need to use. Well, we'll give it another try. But basically, my plan is to try this a few times and populate my thing with things. Maybe the fact that I'm on a new machine, maybe my Nether, and this is a new instance. Ow. Maybe the fact that this is a new instance. No, it's not making any difference whatsoever. So I think what we'll do is we'll try, because you do 10.5 damage, you do 18 damage. So tap. Give that a try. See what we get. If I don't get any crashes, that does alter my plans for the Nether a bit, of course, because it means that I can start to plan for the Nether, actually. Ow. Right. I forgot this. Yeah, others use the soul dagger, I think. It still should only be a 2-shot hit, and we've already got 3 souls in there, so let's just go. And we've got blaze heads as well. Cool. Plus we'll get a few blaze rods for our trouble, and then we'll see about doing the wither skeletons. But so far this is looking good, and it does alter. Ow. It does alter the my plan if this doesn't crash, because I haven't crashed once yet. So maybe it was this save only on the last game, or maybe, I don't know. I really genuinely don't know now what has caused this issue. So let me kill a few with blazers, and I'll be back in a second. All right, we need 2 more, and then we've done with blazers. I'm never certain how useful these time-lapse sequences of me killing things or just building things are. But, you know, they seem somewhat appropriate when you're doing something mundane like this that, you know, is relatively trivial, but also not trivial at the same time, if that makes any degree of sense. So yeah, I'm always in 2 minds. I mean, this is not too bad because we've got a guaranteed spawn rate. Doing the same with wither skeletons, for example, could be considerably different. Although we could go for one of those. We could try and find a suitable. Oh, yeah, perfect. Okay. Ow! Stop it! You're hurting me. I know that's kind of your thing and everything, but there we go. Let's head over here a little bit and just sit on a bone block. That should be full, so that I think gives us everything we need for a blaze seed. Let's go and try and find, because I don't think this particular fortress is not the best for its locale, because it kind of sits down here and runs through the actual structure. Now, I remember correctly, there was a fortress over this way, and this was also when I used to get problems with crashes. So let's just go and test. Let's go and test the crashability, if you like, of this nether. Because if it don't crash, it's fine. Okay, we've definitely got things, and now I just need to find some of those unpleasant black skeletons. Not blazers, not ordinary skeletons. Withery ones. No, you're still all ordinary. Stop it. I've not actually got any soul vial out right now, so you know, we can at least, if I can get the shots on these, thin these guys out and try and get some of the kind of mobs we actually want. And it does leave the possibility of, well, I mean, I suppose it always leaves the possibility of a wither skeleton farm. The point being is these are areas where we have a lot. There's one. Right. Oh, no. That was almost bad luck. Let's go and grab you. And let's go and find this fella. Oh, and a skull. Oh, of course I've got beheading on this thing, haven't I? Doesn't matter. I've also got a wither skeleton skull in the back now. So now I can be a little bit more... what's the word I'm looking for? Probably reckless. I like reckless. I actually don't do reckless enough, but reckless is kind of is where the fun lives. Whereas the sad reality is, say, oh hello, how are you? I wonder if I can get a ghast head. I did. Cool. I'll take it. And then I shall try and find more wither skeletons. Oh, 3 or 4. And a blaze. Damn it. But I got two skulls. Now I just need to go and find that pesky blaze. Also the other wither skeletons. And that wither skeleton over there. Did he drop a skull? He did not. Oh well, I shouldn't be greedy, I suppose. We got a hole full with the skeleton souls. I only need another 36. Only a 36, of course. Oh, hello. So I am going to, well, I'm going to basically farm this nether fortress and see two things. One, I'm going to try and get enough. Oh, stop it, please, if you don't mind. I'm going to get enough wither skeletons and souls. That will also get me a whole load of heads, and then we can have a start to play around with oh, time what are we at? 6. Yeah, I'll get those. I'm not going to time lapse this just because this is going to take a wee bit longer, I suspect. And you know, even if you play it back on like super duper turbo speed, it's going to drag on a wee bit. I think is probably a fair estimate. We could, I suppose, I could try and up the odds a little bit by, you know, taking some of these spawning places and expanding them while we're here. Anyway, I'll be back in a moment. All right, I need one more. One more wither skeleton. I've leveled out quite a bit of this stronghold. Realistically, I don't think it made that much difference. Did I see a skeleton down there? I'd see lots of skeletons down there. Ow. But, you know, doesn't matter. Leveling out thing, you know, obviously improves the number of spawning places, but you do need to reduce them by buttoning up everywhere, and obviously I've not done that, which things. But the big plus, the big old plus here, apart from the 19 wither skulls that I've collected, and the additional 9 blaze heads, these are more oh, hello. He's been a bit friendly. Let's head back this way towards the portal. Hello, let me just deal with. Come here, gimme. In addition to the blaze heads, I was saying, and the lava slime heads, or things, and the ghast heads, and there's a skeleton skull, and all of the other bits and pieces. Get rid of the crap. We came out of this pretty good. So, but more important than all of that, more important than anything of that lot, is I didn't crash once in the Nether, which means that all of that was really for nothing, because if I want anything from the Nether, I can just go and kill things for them. So yeah, it's kind of a plus and a minus, if you like. So let me just get these the right way back round, throw the bits and pieces we don't need in there, jump in here, grab all the other bits and pieces we don't need. Yeah, I'll stick those in for now. Doesn't matter. We're not going to desperately want them right at this second. What we do need now is we need to use those with some Imperium essence and some Solium seeds. Imperium is made from tertium. Tertium is made from prudentium. So we're basically making 4 Imperium. I have 1, so I need 3 more Imperium. So let's have a look at tertium. A little bit of prudentium. Let me just, you know what we should do? How much have I got of this? I've got a small amount, but I happen to know where I have got quite a bit more. So we can basically top off with this. Until we're full, and just take that down, fill in. And well, that's going to take me a hot moment. Then we'll make up as much of the, it was the Imperium, I think it was, wasn't it? I needed in the first instance. Take 3 more. That'll do me. And then we'll do the next one with the Wither Skull, which is the Supremium. Now that's probably going to be a little bit more tricky, but that means I need 8 Imperium first. No, I need more than 8. I need 16 plus 420 Imperium. We'll do. And yeah, so this could be tricky. We may not have enough. And there's a kind of a mixed message here, really, because the big question then I have to ask myself is, should I really set up a let me get rid of that, a Hoofer farm. Anyway, let's take the crystal and let's take the Inferium and let's turn all of that, because you can always, it does go backwards, so that's not a problem. And we've emptied it again. Okay, so if we take that, then we take our Prudentium and turn that into Tertium. That's oops. And then the Prudentium, sorry, the Tertium becomes Imperium. I need a little bit of that, but again, this can be broken back down in the, or it used to be able, yes, you can break it down in the other direction. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And I need 4 of those. And then we need some Solium seeds. Solium seeds are made out of prosperity seeds. We make prosperity seeds like that, and then we're going to make Solium seeds like that. And then I think we need our infusion. Do we have? Alright, we need you and you, infusion pedestal. They must, what did I do with them then? I thought I took them down, but I could be wrong. And I'll be barking up the wrong elevator if I take that one. There, I know I didn't take them down. I was at least good enough not to do that. So if we use you in that, they go into always go into the central positions. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we are going to grab our mystical bag. Take our blaze souls and pop those in. Hit the button. While we're waiting for that, go and get our wither skeleton souls. They can go away. Grab that. That's blaze. Again, Supremium goes on there. Souls. There. Seed there, and we'll get this one going off this. And obviously we've actually got this mod in all of Fabric. I've just not used it because I've done a lot of the work here already. Now we are going to need another hopper botany pot, and we're going to need some Supremium soil and some Imperium soil. Tertium is not going to hack it, so I need an Imperium farmland. Give me a hoe. That one will do, thank you. And I need a Supremium farmland. We probably have enough to make the Insanium actually, and have to go if we wanted to. Oh, I didn't. Botany pot. Botany pot. Let me get a botany pot as well. Hopping botany pot actually, to be specific. Lovely. And then we can come up here. Now these are going to grow slowly. I know that for a fact. It's just not gonna. They're not going to be fast. But it doesn't really matter because, you know, we're not going to need a lot of these. We're going to just let these grow happily, do their thing, and that will be a good. So, armed with this little snippet of knowledge, this snippet, if you will, this factoid that the Nether isn't crashing, I can actually now start planning myself some building. Now, obviously, we've got the. I mean, we're not in the latest version of Minecraft, so Nether building is not going to be as good as, you know, it would be if we had basalt and the basalt deltas and all of the deep slates and the dark stuff. But we have got the red Nether bricks, which, you know, that's there. We've got a whole load of basalts of our own in this one. We've got different. Whoop. Sorry, cat's thing. If you can hear snoring, by the way, that's because I've got a little ginger cat who is sleeping behind my monitor. Well, he's not so little anymore, actually, so he's getting quite chubby. But just don't listen to me. So we've got all of those. We've also got slates, which we've got the options of. You know, this will do a whole load of nice, interesting things. We've got a massive amount of materials for embellish craft. Now, the recipe for that, as I recall, was nether warts. A recipe for nether warts we can make with natures and nether essence, so that's fine. And obviously, we could grow nether warts. If maybe we should grow nether warts. I mean, it kind of works, doesn't it? If we go with another botany pot, hopping one, pow. A bit of soul sand. That's assuming, of course, I don't have. Oi! Oh no, he's not. He wasn't. He looked like he was trying to get my my nether. My what am I talking nether? It would look like he was trying to get my wires. He has a habit of trying to grab hold of my headphone wires and drag them under, which is not that much of a problem, except that I'm usually attached to said headphone wires. I do actually have nether warts already. Okay, forget that then. One thing we do need to do though. Bloop bloop. Lock. Key. Dud. Get rid of. Oh, I might as well leave you up here because, you know, I don't need it. So we've got nether warts in the bag in multiple ways. We've got a whole load of things. I think the next thing we need to do is go. Well, let's head out towards. Nope. The XP farm. That's probably a good point. And then I'll put this away. And if we look at our map, we should be there. That's where our monument is. And over here is where Atlantis is. So all fairly close. But what I would like to do is just head up. It doesn't really matter where, as long as it's somewhere where I can get underground, find some new world gen. I'm never sure which points I want to do. So if I kind of come from here and head this direction, that direction, that will work. Does not want to let me fly again. I seem to be suffering with flying recently. Doesn't matter. We've got this kind of going on. Had the same problem in all of fabric when I was recording earlier. So yeah, I want to just have a look to find some other materials. And what I should probably do is get a bit of wood. And we're going to just run in and do a little bit of caving. But in the first instance, I am going to go and just have a look in this ship because I don't think I've seen it. Well, I haven't, definitely, because it's on a new map. And you never know what you're going to find. It might be something good. Probably not. Never really, yeah, I don't... Yeah. Must forget that I haven't got super water breathing. Mustn't forget. Yeah, nothing, I'm not that bothered. Come on, let me out. Right, where was I going? I was going that way, wasn't I? Right, I'll be back in a mo. Alright, here we go. We've got a cave. Straight off the bat. Nothing too much going on down here, but we've got plenty of slates, so I can always bang some of that into my inventory. Don't need to go completely mad though. I also need to bear in mind that vein mining like this will really deplete. Now that gneiss, oh hello, how are you, sir? Oh, that good, huh? And again, while I'm here, it always seems wrong to me to come caving and then not get resources, even if they're not resources I need desperately. So we will, because we can. And we'll stick that in there. And let's head in, have a look, see what we can find, if we can find anything other resource-wise that we could use for builderizing. So far, gneiss and slate, which is gneiss or nice, I'm never sure. Hi. Bye. I'm never sure whether it's gneiss or nice. Yeah, well, the tin while we're here. Again, say it always seems wrong not to take it when you've got it offered to you on a platter. Well, not maybe a platter, but you know, almost a platter. Not desperate for any. To be honest, I'm not desperate for iron. I don't even know why I'm bothering to take it, but it's just. So you got the lava kite, which really I don't think would work in the Nether at all. Of course, it's not. Well, it's really the wrong colour, isn't it? Let's just keep going and see what we can find. In fact, let's have a munch and see where we go. And yeah, prosperity ore. Don't mind if I do. Don't know whether I ever need zinc, but again, if I don't take it, oh, I might want it later. There must be some. Oh, hello. Oh, and another one. Right, let's continue. So what I'm looking for is blocks rather than... Sounds like there's another cave over that way, but I'm not desperate. That's always... I suppose there's a few things here that I can't easily get without, you know, engaging the thing. Iron is obviously one that I can get easily, and maybe I should leave it behind. It's kind of silly to take it. I probably need to think about coal at some point as well. Oop, there's oil down there. There'll be oil in them there hills. I just want a different rock. Let's see if we can't. No, that's not good. I think we've exhausted this cave, to be honest. But there must be more rock types than this. Hi. let's just come up here and have a sit for a moment. If we have a look at that embellish crafts, because that is one where, so we've got nice cobblestone, we've got smooth jade is out there somewhere, we've got the basalts, we've got the slate, which I've found plenty in abundance really, concrete paving and stuff we can do, more bricks. I'm just having a look. Basalt cobble, lavakite. Really not granite. Most of this is actually just variations. I don't think there is a lot more. Oops. What did I do? I clicked on the wrong thing. Intriguing. Where's my sleeping bag? Let's just go and have a snooze. So maybe I just need to start thinking about my palette now and how we're going to make this work. I mean, this is almost, I mean, the only thing is it doesn't have any of those nice basalt stratifications you get with this, and I've got loads of it. I don't need to grab that. But is there anything else? Outpost. I can always be tempted to go and play with an outpost. I think I've got a bucket. Do I? No, maybe I haven't got a bucket of milk on me. That might not be a good idea. Having said that, what are these guys going to do? They're all on the ground and I'm in the sky. Curse of binding, blast protection, crossbow. I'm sure I've got one. I think we got all of that. So the question really is, what do I want to build in the Nether? I mean, there's evil fortresses aplenty, and everybody builds evil fortresses. We'll explore while we're fair. I mean, and let's face facts. Evil fortresses would seldom be. You wouldn't sit there and go, well, what I want is an evil fortress, and build one. You might want a fortress that is forbidding or imposing or in some way useful for, you know, keeping the peasants in line, which of course was much of the idea behind much of the medieval style of architecture. You know, we didn't build cathedrals to look plain. We build them to look impressive and, you know, impress on the masses the importance of these buildings and what they represented. And, you know, who are you to, you know, kind of judge God and whatever. And that was a lot of the design ethos behind these things, was to really just cow the natives into obedience, the populace. And if they were, it was doubly easy if they were ignorant. That biome, just have a look in biomes of plenty and see if dried salt, ash blocks. I mean, what can we do with an ash block? We can't do anything. Flesh has no use other than growing brambles. Glow shroom is there. Yeah, there's white sand, but white sand only appears in a certain biome. I had to look it up, and there's none within any distance of the range. Oh, sorry, if you can hear the snoring, he's set off again. He's giving it some proper Zeds. So biomes of plenty doesn't really have much. I need to have a look. I think I need to have a little play in my creative world. Let's just use this to go to the Nether portal, which of course is not here at all, but it will be. I mean, we've got all of this stuff, and that itself, if we have a look at it, it can be smelted to smooth. Smooth variants can be cooked down further, but We also have bricks for soulstone, so we can use that very effectively, I think. The ash blocks are not overly useful for building, but they might be interesting or useful for a bit of terraforming. Just trying to get my inspiration now, get my muse on. It's a while since I've done any things. Obviously we've got this stuff, which is the quark basalt. And if I get rid of you, I need to grab one of those. That has got a large variety of textures, all very black. That's has to be pointed out. So difficult. What else have we got? Obviously there's obsidian. Obsidian would be a perfectly viable. I'm just going to get rid of that clay. I'm also going to get rid of the rotten flesh. That don't need you. That gives me a little bit of wiggle room, doesn't it? I can probably get rid of you, and I can most certainly get rid of you, and they can go back in there. That can go. Let's just go and grab a little bit of obsidian from one of these pillars. Obviously no crying obsidians. We haven't got that. We're not that advanced yet. Oh man, this is going to take an age flying. But that's fine. We got it. We got. It's just really giving it its edge there. We've got shapes, but it's still the same texture, which shouldn't surprise me. What else do we got? What else do we got? My English is brilliant. This stuff, netherwood, that I'm going to guess is fireproof. And I'm going to guess the planks are as well, but we can soon find out. Let's put one of those down there. And those around there. Now I'm going to, they have to be fireproof, don't they? And that's actually quite a nice colour. Let me go and grab a little more of that. I'm sure I already have some of this, but you know what it's like. You can never be certain. Ooh, a nether banana. I don't want nether banana. The saplings could be useful. We'll see if we can we, in fact, let me just have a look. We can bonsai them. That's interesting. I don't know whether I have, but we can. And these are absolutely, definitely fire retardant. Okay, let's continue, because this also is a good test of nether proofing. If we can fly around in the nether a wee bit and not crash, then we should be good. And I don't think we'll have any shortage of this stuff. It's everywhere. And then of course there's the gems. There's the quartz. That's always an option. Glowstone. What can we do with a bit of glowstone? Have we got any options with that? Crush it. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, I suppose. What I'm looking for is variants on the actual block. Redstone sensitive glass. I don't think there's much in the way of block variants, which is a shame. We'll leave that there for now. There must be more. I know Biomes of Plenty had it's not. Biomes of Plenty was not as fully developed in this version, or for this version, as it was for the previous version, but it did throw a little bit in, like Hellbark, for example. I happen to know there was a, and I'm fairly certain I have got that one growing in a thing, but that's, again, that has to be a fireproof block, doesn't it? Otherwise, it would have definitely caught fire long before this. Can I just convert it? I can't. Let me get rid of those. I don't really need them. Get one of them, do some of that, throw that down, just throw one of them down, and throw one of them down. If that doesn't fire tick, we know that hellbark is good too. I would have expected it to be burning by now. And I don't think bramble has any significant use. I'm going to have to... You can just put more down. Okay. So the use of bramble is to make more bramble. We have got a few bits. We've got some, well, they're vines. I thought there was supposed to be some nethery vines. We got obviously we get those. I'm sure we can get those out with a pair of shears. I'm starting to get some mental images of what I quite fancy, like or where I'm going. It is going to be a nether stronghold. You know, fortress is very difficult to build anything in the nether that doesn't have semi-evil vibes, in my experience. But then again, it is a nether, so it does make sense that we would do that. This stuff definitely has use. Bone blocks could be useful. I'm starting to get some ideas. I think this flesh and this would be interesting as a terrain type to maybe just put a little bit in there. It's just because it looks vile. It really does. Okay. I would say let me know what you think about building, but unless I go and do something else for a few episodes, because I'm about 2 weeks ahead of myself at the moment, I wouldn't find out. But the nether is fixed. That is, or at least not crashing, which is definitely well worthwhile as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I am happy because it kind of opens up the plan to do some of the original ideas I had. Now, what fortress is this one? I don't need it, but it's a different fortress. Where the portals? That way, I think. Alright, well, not seeing anything else. Let us make our exit for now. And I will see how long I've been recording, and then I'll be back in a second. All right, yep, I have been recording way too long and waffling, but we've made some progress. We've got these going, and you know we haven't actually. If I look at this, we haven't actually got enough yet to make. We can make the weatherproof stuff, but we're definitely not got enough to make either of a thing that we will have with the next crop. So that's the thing. Next episode, let's start building a nether base of some description, something going on in the nether. I'll have a good old think about it, and until next time, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.